Today I'm going to show my Emerson Lake and Palmer vinyl collection. ELP were one of the greatest progressive rock bands of the 70s, if not all time. I consider them to be one of the best progressive rock bands and one of the best power trios in rock history. Unfortunately, only Carl Palmer is still alive, as Keith Emerson unfortunately committed suicide and Greg Lake passed away. I believe it was from cancer within a year of each other. So I'm really bummed that we only have one member still alive and there won't be any more ELP reunions. But nonetheless, this is their debut self-titled album, and this has Knife Edge and Lucky Man. And this is on the Atlantic label. And there is an inner sleeve, but it's just a regular Atlantic group sleeve for that one. No lyrics or anything, and just kind of minimal credits on the back of this record sleeve. And then Tarkus with the epic title track, and a really cool gatefold here. And this is on the Cotillion label.
Whoa.
Sorry for the background noise. I've got a intruder here on my video. The next one is Pictures at an Exhibition. And this is on the Island record label, so it seems like we're getting a new label every album. And this was their first live album, even though it's just strictly one piece. It actually was performed live. The next studio album was Trilogy, and it's also a gatefold. And back to the Cotillion label for that one. Definitely one of my favorite ELP albums. And I particularly enjoy this. I think the song Trilogy is great. I love From the Beginning is one of my all-time favorite ELP songs. I think The Sheriff is great. I think that's a lot of fun. I like the lyrics for that one. Then Brain Salad Surgery with the interesting cover there. And I'm always forgetting how to take this one out of it. The record actually comes out of the side here. This has the custom label. And this has got an inner sleeve with other records that were out at that time. The more recent repress of this album has got, it doesn't have the cover that folds out. Sorry about that. And it's got this little, I don't know if it's, but anyway, you get the idea. And then this, it's not the easiest thing to display here, but so they're definitely very creative in terms of the album packaging, and I think that speaks to just how popular and how well their records were selling at the time. This is Welcome Back My Friends, The Show That Never Ends, their second live album. And again, this is another one that has a very creative gatefold. It's a triple album, so there's an album for each of the band's names. And one of the cool things about this one I discovered is that there was, when I bought this, a tour program from Cobo Hall. Now I live in a suburb of Detroit, and so somebody kept this all these years. And one of the reasons I find it cool, I'm a Beatles fan, and their ticket stub also they kept, which I think is very cool. But being a Beatles fan, they have an advertisement there for the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl album and a Steve Miller album. This is Emerson, Lake and Palmer's Works. This is a double album, almost like Pink Floyd's Uma Guma. Each band member had a side of music, solo music, and then there is a side of group compositions. And this is on a custom Atlantic label, even though it's just white. And this one's got C'est La Vie on it. That's the most popular song. Fanfare for the Common Man. I'm not sure if there's anything else here that was what you might consider a hit. Not that those were necessarily hits, but in terms of popularity. And then this is Works Part 2, not a gatefold, only a single album this time. This has I Believe in Father Christmas on it. One of the more interestingly titled songs, When the Apple Blossoms Bloom and the Windmills of Your Mind, I'll Be Your Valentine. Maple Leaf Rag, which is a nice Keith Emerson, piano ditty. Also Honky Tonk Train Blues, but not much else here that kind of your average listener would recognize. I Do Not Have Love Beach, and I've been putting off getting that one because I know it's not one of their better albums, and so at some point I probably will break down if I can find it for like $2 or $3, but the next one I have is the best of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, just a single disc greatest hits, and this is on the regular green and red Atlantic label. And then the last one I have here is Emerson, Lake and Palmer in concert, a single disc live album, and I don't know why it's printed that way, but it's not a gatefold, so this also is on the regular Atlantic label. So that is my ELP vinyl collection. Thanks for watching, and I hope everybody is safe and well.